you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you? You walked in my shadow. I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. You better watch out, 'cause it's my time. That's not going to happen. It's in the air if you say come alive. You woke up the dragon. You can't outrun who you really are.
Who are you?
Bugger.
Everybody! We make a good team!
Welcome back, everyone, to another breakdown for Marvel movies. So we got a Shang-Chi trailer, and I was really excited for this movie because I'm definitely going to react to all the martial arts fight scenes in this movie. And when I saw this trailer over and over again, I realized that there are lots and lots of fight scenes in this. There are lots of fight scenes in this trailer, and probably there's going to be a ton in the movie because I feel like this movie has the most amount of flashbacks than other movies do. Like, no, I mean other Marvel movies. Like, maybe besides Black Widow. Like, Black Widow just is a giant flashback, but like, I think Shang-Chi has the most amount of flashbacks because we see, like, multiple periods in time. Like, there might even be a subplot where Shang-Chi is, like, in the past and we learn more about his history with the 10 rings and the Mandarin. So, yeah. So, this first part of the trailer, opens with the scene of Shang-Chi. This is I cannot pronounce his name, Simu Liu. He's holding the thing, and then he does, like, a punch, and then the Marvel Studios logo shows up, and then he's training in his home, and then we hear the Mandarin talk about how
I gave you 10 years to live your life.
this scene really confused me because of this woman right here's reaction. You know, the one right next to him with the same, like, uniform or whatever. See how she reacts? It's confusing. So, apparently the Mandarin talks about how I give you 10 years to live your life. I think what happened was Shang-Chi spent his first 10 years with his father, who I think is the Mandarin. Honestly, it just makes more sense. So, obviously, and then when he was, I think about maybe like 10, he would let him go off on his own for a bit, live his life in America, which is kind of what T'Challa did in the comics, I guess, but he did this like when he was older. So, but anyway, so he spends his life having a good time.
And where did that get you?
So this is obviously a younger Shang-Chi because you can see that's the Mandarin right there probably, and then this guy, I think his name is Death Dealer. He's supposed to be like one of the Mandarin's like closest allies and something like that, and Shang-Chi might have to kill him later on in the movie. I speculate that he's gonna die toward the end because there's later shots of a one-on-one fight scene with the Death Dealer and Shang-Chi. So this is the Mandarin, and we actually get their first shot of the 10 rings itself. Because we actually see young Shang-Chi, and then we actually see the actual 10 rings. And now, I have no idea where we are, but it actually looks a scene similar to what we saw in the Loki trailer, but I'm not going to...
Shadow.
And then we see this other scene of, I think, Shang-Chi with the 10 rings, or that might be the Mandarin. I'm not sure though. Anyway, then we get more of this fight scene. This is obviously a flashback. This might be like sometime during more shots, and then this is Shang-Chi, and he has a knife to someone's stomach.
I trained you.
We have a lot of here. So this is Shang-Chi again, and then I think the Mandarin is just
To the most dangerous.
Now, I didn't actually make any videos on Shang-Chi, but I did know that Shang-Chi was going to be like a fighter tournament, just like Enter the Dragon. In fact, if you watch Ninjago, you might be able to connect the dots and make it similar to Ninjago Season 4 of Enter the Tournament of Elements. Because that one was a huge tournament, consistent with like Elemental Masters, but this one is going to be similar.
People in the world.
So basically, you have Death Dealer, and you have Shang-Chi's sister. I don't know her name, but I think, I don't really know. And then there's also this other guy named Razor Fist, which I'll talk about later. This is Razor Fist. He has like a razor blade, and he's replaced one of his hands, and he fights Shang-Chi in one of the fight scenes.
Son, it's time for you to take your place.
So I think what happened to Shang-Chi was after he was able to live his life, the Mandarin brought him back to, I think, China. I'm not sure. It might be China. It could be like some area in Tibet because I don't know. But anyway, yeah. But Shang-Chi does have a huge Asian setting to do it. So I'm not trying to be racist or provide any stereotypes. I'm just saying that it's probably going to be in an area in like somewhere in China and Japan and Mongolia and South Korea, North Korea, and probably somewhere in the Tibet plateau. I don't know.
By my side.
In fact, actually, what's it called? We do see Mongolia in the Loki trailer, so that might be connected. But we actually get our first real shot of the actual 10 rings. This is probably in a flashback because if you at the beginning of the video when I was playing this this trailer for the first time so that everyone could see it, you can actually see lions fighting in the background, and you can see them, but they're just blurred out with a bunch of people in it. Yeah. So the Mandarin's gonna use it, and you can see he's curling up his fist, and he's ready to fight. But all I know for sure is that I know that Shang-Chi's sister will be a part of this because she does later fight him in the... Because this is Shang-Chi's sister. I'm pretty sure that's Awkwafina's character. I think her name is Katie, and then that's Shang-Chi. So yeah.
That's not going to happen.
And then we get a big fight scene. I think might be in like I don't know. I think maybe somewhere in China, maybe like one of the major cities in China, like Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong, whatever you think. And then if you remember though, we actually did get a few scenes with Asia in the Marvel universe. For example, Falcon and Winter Soldier, they just went to Asia in Madripoor. They went to Madripoor and they caused some problems. And I told you in my last video that on Falcon and Winter Soldier, I did say that the Mandarin is probably someone who the power broker might have some connection to. So yeah, I'm not sure though. And then if you also remember in Avengers Endgame, Hawkeye went to Tokyo and he started killing off like a bunch of criminals there. So he started killing off criminals here. So, and then if you also remember in Black Panther, Ulysses Claw, he went to Busan, South Korea to try to escape, but then Black Panther... And then after that, he jumped off. See, this is the fight scene I was talking about with the Death Dealer and Shang-Chi. We have this big fight scene, which is going to be amazing, and I think it's possible that the Death Dealer is going to be defeated by Shang-Chi or he's going to die. But yeah, there's going to be a big fight scene. Stuff like that, daggers. This is probably a flashback for the Mandarin. This character might be his mother or maybe someone who's very close to him. The fight scene with the lions that I was talking about and all that stuff. So this is probably a flashback to ancient China. Honestly, the way how this trailer implies it or indicates that like the Mandarin is someone who's been around for like a really, really long time. Like for example, longer than other characters, which means he's older than probably someone like Captain America.
You can't.
So we end up seeing his sister, who does an amazing aerial off of Shang-Chi's chest as she kicks him off.
Outrun.
And this is Razor Blade that he's fighting with. And as I told you, he has like an actual blade attached to his hand, so he just uses it. This is probably the finale where the Mandarin and Shang-Chi, they fight one-on-one. I don't think that the Mandarin will be defeated or killed in this movie. He may be defeated in the movie, but I don't think he's going to get killed. Because if he does get killed, then basically you're ruining every single chance for him to come back. The Mandarin's like one of those big villains like Loki, Agatha Harkness, Zemo, who you just like have to keep bringing back. So obviously, in keeping him there. Honestly, when I saw this, I thought that this might be a part of like some other flashback where maybe like Genghis Khan invades China or something. I don't know. I think that this might be have another flashback. And then we end up seeing Shang-Chi fight. So I think what happened is Razor Fist, I think that's his name. He got into a fight with Shang-Chi, but Shang-Chi broke out. I think what actually might have happened, no. I think what happened is Shang-Chi, after he ditched his father for like 10 years, happened was the Mandarin sent Razor Blade to go fetch him, to go get him back, because he's obviously his son and he wants him to participate in this tournament that he's hosting, and whatever the prize will be is, So obviously he's going to be a part of this, and obviously this is a big fight. So obviously this is what happens, and then after that, what ends up happening, obviously, Aquafina's character, Katie, asks him, "Who are you?" So obviously after that happens. So that's why I think that Shang-Chi's going to be hunted by Razor Fist, and possibly he will also be hunted by Death Dealer, whoever he is. I have no idea who he is, but he's kind of like a ninja in this movie, but yeah. Make all the connections to Mortal Kombat, whatever. This stance that is used a lot in Kung Fu, where they have the hand like that, and then they got the fist behind them. That's how they do it. Also, Shang-Chi's powers. I'm going to talk about Shang-Chi's powers really briefly. So Shang-Chi, when you Google Shang-Chi's powers, it actually says that he has the ability to make more versions of himself. So I don't know how he does that, but he might not have that power yet. But yeah, he might get actual abilities from the 10 rings. But yeah. Anyway, though, obviously, though, the Mandarin has powers because he comes from the 10 rings, obviously, and yeah, so we're obviously going to get more flashbacks in this movie, and I honestly do think that this movie will have more flashbacks than, any other MCU movie. For example, most of the flashbacks in Black Panther were either deleted scenes or something like that, and, but yeah, and then Thor did have a few flashbacks, but they never really involved fight scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, Black Widow is probably gonna have the same style as Shang-Chi, just not as much, which is kind of a shame because we really need more Black Widow backstory. Anyway, so that'll do it for this video, and I will see you in the next video.